everyone, and welcome to a video for Creative Smile Stems. There was no Tickling Tuesday this week, so sorry, I just had too much to do. Well, we are expecting the stems to arrive soon, so we can't wait. But for now, I will use a digital file that I just printed out for this card. I started with a white card base, and then I took out some hearts that I cut out with my silhouette. They are from a Laurie Whitlock cut file called 4 Hearts with Pattern. And then I picked a piece of white cardstock, rounded the top corners, because this is what I will use for my background. Then I took out some scrapbook adhesives, repositionable, it's a adhesive tape runner, and then I adhered the heart with this repositionable adhesive. I just tried to spread them out on that piece. And as you can see, I just put the panel on and then I put the hearts on top because I will be doing some masking with them. So I will just use them as a stencil. I could have cut them out from acetate, but I'm not sure I will use them as a stencil very often, so I just cut them out from white cardstock. And then I used some Simon Says Damn Fog ink and some Simon Says Damn Sea Glass ink because these are, I think, the lightest colors that I have. Sorry. And I really wanted to have a nice and subtle background. And as you can see, when you take off the hearts, it looks so nice. And then I just used some other positions for them and spread them around and used the blue ink. And in fact, it worked very well with the first heart, and the second heart tried to slide around. When I had finished the video, it totally got to my mind that the ink underneath that piece was not dry, so the adhesive had no chance to stick on that ink. So if you do that, let your ink dry first and then adhere the heart. And then the third heart, and that finished the background. And you can see when I peel off those hearts, we have a nice mixture of gray and blue. And those inks start kind of splodgy and also kind of dark. And when they dry, they smoothen out. So this is a surprise! This little squirrel is one of my favorite images from the set that is coming up. It will be called Friends in the Woods. So this is one sneak peek. Then I took out some markers. I have a mixture of Delta markers and also touchscreen markers, and I colored this little guy with the lightest color first. And then I tried out a new technique for me, it's in French it's pointilisme, in Germany it's pointilismus, and I think in English it might be pointilism. I have no idea what it's pronounced, but I think it's pointilism. And then I started with the darkest color, added some shadows with some dots, and then went in with the next color. The problem is I picked quite dark colors, and I think this technique works better with lighter colors. I was not too happy with the result, but I did it for the first time, and I think it worked well. And I would recommend to use lighter colors. But just try out what works best for you. The thing is, I did a wash of the lightest color first because I was not sure if I hit all the points with my little spots, and I didn't want any white background to shine through. So that was why I used this kind of cream color first. Argus is telling something, and yeah. He wants to play. This is the sound for, okay, come on, I want to play. I did all the spots and dots, and they kind of blended in. I could have left it, but I wanted them to be more precise, so I took out my Pitt artist pens from Faber Castell. I love this pens. I cannot recommend them much enough. You know, I use them for anything. If I have a black stamp that does not have a good impression, I use my black Pitt artist pen and just go over it. And they come in different sizes, and these are the B, so the bold ones with brush tip. And I just sprinkled on all the dots with some brown. I think I used raw umber, and yeah, I can look that up and put it into the description of the box. I did not hold them in place long enough to see the color. Yes, I added all the spotted dots. The problem with the darker colors is that the nose and the eyes nearly disappear. So this was what I was not happy about. And yeah, I also went in with some orange because the European squirrels are kind of brown and orange and not like gray or black. I don't know if there are orange squirrels in America. I know there are grey ones. We do not have the grey ones here. And I have to say, I think the red ones really look good. So, yeah, that was the last color that I used. And then I wanted to have some shadow on his little belly beneath. Oh, no, first I went in with some, it's medium flesh for his ears. And then warm grey 3, which is a very light warm grey, to add some shadows beneath, underneath his head, where I thought some shadows would be. And again, I sprinkled on some dots. So this is the coloring of this little squirrel, and I think all the spots and dots really look good. But I will try this with another image soon, because as I said, these colors are not too perfect for this technique, maybe. So sorry. Well, then I had a hard time deciding, will I use that panel or will I enjoy the mask of white area that we created? And I put it off and on and off and on. And this is how it works, how I have my creative process. I just start something, have something in mind, and then I think, oh, this looks good as well, maybe I do this one. But I went for my original idea and went for the panel. Then I took out a sentiment stamp from Alt Studio that says Hugs and Kisses, and it's from the Hugs and Kisses stamp set that came in a kit, I think, in January or February. It was around Valentine's Day. And this sentiment, this handwritten sentiment, is just adorable, and I thought this would work well with this card. Then I took out some scrapbook adhesives again. These are the dimensional adhesives, and they come in 2 different sizes, which is quite nice because you have the right size for everything. Just if you have very, very tiny areas, you just have to cut them through. But for this card, the sizes were perfect. And I put that on to my card front, so to have some dimension in that background. And then I forgot I wanted to add some twine. I took some orange twine. I'm not sure where it's from. Could be the Twinery. I'm not sure about that. It's a brownish orange. I really love that color. Yeah, and I just tied a little bow. And yeah, because I wanted to have something to ground my squirrel on. So again, some dimension adhesives for the squirrel. And then I put that on. And my idea to make his eyes and nose stand out a little more was to add some glossy accents. And if I smear my glossy accents into the wrong place, I just use my fingernail to push it back into place. You can do this as long as it's really wet. And it works. So I rounded the top corners, and that finished the card for today. I hope you got inspired, and check out our blog and our Facebook page because we will have a guest designer spot soon. Thanks so much for watching.